stock market.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. Coming at you from Miami, where I'm back. I was traveling yesterday, so and isn't it crazy, right? The day I left for New York was the day that Bitcoin had its highest daily candle close in over a year, and a confirmed candle close breakout. The day I travel back was a bearish engulfing candle and the lowest daily candle close Bitcoin had seen since June 20th. Oh, at least we're getting movement when I'm traveling, literally. So pretty much went back to test that 28,800 level. Not a joke at all. I remember our discussion for the weekly close was it had not happened, right? You go to the weekly and you look, and there it is after the breakout, right? There was no test. So we have an ongoing test. So it seems right now we're on that 2021 low. Not sure how well it's going to hold up, man. Got a lot of divergence on that volume. And, I mean, MACD histogram looks terrible. At this, you keep this up, right? It's like the high, then the absolute same high, if not a little bit higher, with obscenely lower levels of positive momentum. So that's like Class A, Class B bearish divergence down here. So not really great looking there. And then the RSI isn't really great. I mean, where you're back below 60, you're not in the bullish control zone anymore. So these things happened past few days. That's it. That's your Bitcoin. Wow. Riveting analysis. I know, dude. Okay, cool. Go to Ethereum. Looking fine, you know. I mean, just in between $1,744 and $2,000. That's in between two levels, and still just staying up there, not moving. I mean, my God, man. Can't even make this up. An entire month goes by, same price. Entire quarter goes by, same price. But your trend is not in jeopardy on Ethereum until market participants, the sellers, push the price below 1654 with confirmation. That hasn't happened yet, so you got that going for you. You're still confined in the uptrend, which is nice. And the closer you get to this demand line, the closer you get to 1750, could be an awesome low-risk entry if we can see some sort of price action there that would be favorable for us, right? Like an engulfing candle or a hammer or something. 200-day moving average is there. Horizontal line support resistance from history that could not be denied ever. Right there. It's there. And the demand line of, the channel. All right there. That's the sweet spot, the magic area. But you're just not there yet. You may never get there. But it's still holding up. All right. Again, most of the stuff going on the markets has nothing to do with Bitcoin, crypto, or Ethereum. They're just not. There are going to be times when they're like it. It hasn't been that way in a long time. So we'll go to BNB. Certainly not in the news. And just not good. I mean, if it breaks upward, I don't care. Garbage. Because it's like the question's always, okay, you got this money. So are you going to put it in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or BNB? Well, you're never going to put it in BNB. So like, if you're comparing it to other assets, you just not own it. You just wouldn't. You wouldn't own BNB. It's not going to outperform something on the stock market. It's an actionable trade setup. You're not going to put it in Bitcoin, Ethereum, because it's probably not going to outperform them either. Based on the way this chart looks, it would be a miracle by God if somehow BNB ends up becoming the outperformer, the one to own. It's just not right now. So we're just going to stare at this crap. Continue to consolidate after hitting 225 when shorts covered their trade. Doesn't look good at all. Okay, cool. I'm looking at it because it's the third largest crypto, right? Probably not for long. I know for a minute, maybe XRP might be. I haven't even checked CoinMarketCap, dude. Is XRP number 3? We'll start looking at XRP first. Yeah, we're very close to 69,000 subs, but it's been that way for like 2 months. So I can't even just get like, just talk to some people. Be like, look, man, we're trying to get to a meme number. Once we get to 69K subs, I never have to grow ever again. But I'm just asking y'all, let's just get to not 100K, forget the plaque. That's not happening ever. 69K, y'all should make me a plaque. I'll put a YouTube 69K plaque right there. Right there. But we can't do that yet. So get to work. Have I not earned it? The meme. Okay, so you look at this asset and there's just very little opportunity for the swing trader, position trader. I mean, you know, just because we can look and trade anything. Guess we could try to look at the 4 hour. Somehow buyers defending. It looks like 67 cents. It's like maybe there's a base getting put in. Maybe some divergence here. Just look, it's just great, man. It's the same price it was July 13th after the pump, right? So 67 cents to 85 cents. That's like kind of maybe your new range, local range here. Okay, cool. Other than that, not really anything going on. Worse stuff going on today in crypto. And I'm just, you know, it's not the centerpiece of conversation. Never is anymore. Crypto is just the only thing going on is Doge, maybe Shiba, but not even Shiba. It's just Doge, man. Doge and Elon and X, and you think Doge is, and it's really Elon's comments about X, which is formerly known as Twitter, will become like your everything. He wants it to be like China's WeWork or whatever, or We something, you know, what is it called? He wants it to be an all-purpose app. And if you're getting into finance, the coin that would be used within this ecosystem would be Dogecoin. WeChat, Weibo, WeButt, WeKangs. All right. So back above the 200-day moving average. When we did look at this, though, I liked Shiba better. Just literal nitpicking stuff. If you were above 6.5 cents, it was the same situation as Shiba, where the target above 6.5 cents historically would be 9.1 cents. So you're well on the way to that. And it was really nice because there was kind of like a springback test where the price got back above 6.5 cents and has been doing well ever since Elon, announced the whole change. That's cool. It's up 9.14% today. Hyper Doge. Maker's up today too. Really going, man. I mean, this is very close. Maker is on the cusp of a mega breakout where above 1200 equals 1744 fast. Because the history tells us that, not my opinion. So you got about 45% upside if the buyers are truly able to break a $1,194 level. I'll show you. The big one was 788. Above that's like $1,050 to $1,200, and you're at that next one now, very fast. And as you can see, history shows only up and down, up and down, up and down. That's it. There's no general consensus area where there would be multiple market participants that would be able to stop this price until 1744. Only history tells us. Okay, crazy stuff, man. It's almost like it's just Wyckoff accumulation. Shoot, dude, a schematic like that, maybe. It's Maker. I don't know what they're doing. Didn't the founder get killed by our own governments? You know it, dude. Go read that. His last tweet was insane. So I guess one would just long just for that, All right, cool. Let's look at Shiba. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's just not really that impressive. It's impeccable for just your bread and butter, range-bound trades, buy low, sell high. You broke out of a wedge maybe. You broke back above a key support. Even confirmed it as support a couple times, and then broke to the top of that, and you're even testing that, but there's just no demand. No one's buying it, really. So that's how trading goes. Just because it's an incredible setup doesn't mean there will be demand there, and it could fail. Like, Doge has a hangover tomorrow or something like that, and not, all of crypto, and then Bitcoin continues to sell off. It's just not going to go well for Shiba. I mean, this was the day where it should be up far more than 3%, but there you go. All right, I mean, you can't make it. Clearly, crypto hoarder has not put in enough bids down here. All right. In terms of crypto, man, I mean, besides that, there's just nothing else to talk about. Nothing else really that interesting. I mean, XMR, Monero, we can look at it every day because it's just technically set up on the weekly for way higher prices, but just it's no movement. Everything else flat or down today. Great. All right, cool. Whew. Pulling teeth, man. Stock market, way more activity, crazy stuff going on. You know, Snapchat had earnings, nuked after hours. Could not break that range. It looks similar to Shiba. Could not break it. Gapping down. Spotify had earnings. They lost money again, of course. Google, Microsoft reported earnings. Google's down. Google's up. Microsoft's down. But then you had, we'll look at those, and you had Weight Watchers that did something incredible. Highest daily candle close on Weight Watchers since May of 2022. So 52-week highs, and after hours up 6.75%, and it's not even earnings. That was a breakout. That happened today. Look, there was a dark cloud. Look, we've been watching this because it was very interesting price action correlation from a level from history. It was incredible, right? Composite man doing stuff, accumulating down here, and they ran that thing up to the next key level, and then it confirmed a top. You confirm, no, there's not enough demand. Too much supply to break this next level, and a sell-off. But the sell-off was rather mild. Could never fill that gap. And a retest.
Can we look at Jupiter on CB Analyze with Fibs? Thanks.
Also, Caleb, of course. Analyze with Fibonacci's. All right, we'll do it, man. Thank you for that contribution. All right, so after the retest, the pullback, and then just kind of going 3 days in a row and just continuing after hours. Just wow. So up really 17% today, Weight Watchers, and an ungodly breakout where there's just not much here. Target above 941 is like $16. I checked my diabetes watch list. It is kind of inverse correlated. I mean, as all the diabetes stocks had been mooning, Hershey's and Coca-Cola, you name it, McDonald's, all of them just been going insane. Weight Watchers destroyed. But now kind of inverse, the inverse is happening now. Weight Watchers making a comeback. We needed it, man. We can't let diabetes win. So you see kind of why there's just not much there till $16. Look at history. It just tells us everything. So optimistic above this level. Big old breakout. Nice. Triple M, 3M. I mean, that completed. Just so close to completing, right? The M shape, and then a huge rally today, gapped up, but still below the 200-day moving average. Still very well could see 89.50. Just this is what in downtrends, right? These are great levels where there could be a reaction, just for maybe a lower high before rolling over later. So, all right. International paper, not PayPal, was up, and dude, this is stuff right here, man. Okay. This is why you invest in yourself and learn. These things can happen, man. Like, it's a little bit more. It was a kind of a little zone there, about a 40-50 cent zone, like the peak from 2011, the valley from 2012, the valley from 2016, and a reback test in 2020 before Moon. And then, lately, like the sellers push the price below it. It's over. We're screwed. 4 days, a whole trading week, right? And then the buyers come back in and recapture the key level. They recaptured it like the Jesus, right? Few times. This is almost identical to what Shiba's doing right now. Shiba Inu coin, yes, a joke. Same thing, but just the bids haven't come in on Shiba. But they've been now finally coming in on international paper, highest daily candle close since April 26th. So that's pretty good. A little bit more upside for the next level that you would think is $35 and change. More data. Yep, the definitely 2006 high. A lot of peaks and valleys, but first time no one knows, second time, yeah, maybe everyone knows, and it was a lower low failure. And Bulkowski talks about the lower low failures on these double bottoms. They can outperform the living crap out of standard double bottoms or higher low double bottoms, like a whipsaw effect. So, like to see it in action. Still below the 200-day moving average. Still well confined in the downtrend. But again, you're talking about swing trading, and identifying indicators that can give good upside if they are successful, like a spring and a back test of spring, especially on one low then the second low. Yeah, it can turn into something crazy. Very nice. So I don't know. We could. We have to look at ENR. ENR, like the one. It had been the one. It was the one, in my opinion. It was the one. It was giving us everything we could dream of. We invest in ourselves. We work so hard, right, to be able to identify this stuff self-sufficiently. We don't need anyone. We don't need to go to the stock market, a New York Stock Exchange, trading floor. We don't need them to be able to identify this stuff, okay? And it doesn't always play out. But mother of God, what do you need to take action? You're talking about position trading, swing trading. What do you need? It is a level that no one could deny. If they deny it, they don't know what they're talking about. Look, the first low ever, 2015, right? And then again, 2019, they were valleys, and then it was a peak in 2022. But then a peak, and then the sell-off, and then a rally back above it, and then you get this price action here, the spring, the back test of spring a couple times, and then just this right here too, that kind of what Shiba stuff, where it's like an inflection zone, the bottom of the zone's being tested, but then the tip top of that inflection zone's being touched, and not the bottom anymore because possibly far too much demand. Skating along that 200, that test, oh my God. But like what really was so incredible about it all was where this level is so important. What was this candle? What was it? It's a Japanese candlestick pattern. It's exactly the area you're looking to identify these daily candles. What is it? What was it? You do count the wick, sir. You do. Piercing action. So yes, it was the piercing line for the several people. And that's what the Amazon trigger for the long was, that too. I mean, it had its own at the same, like its own key level on its own chart, right? Highest daily candle close on ENR since May 18th, and we've just begun. It has only just begun. Someone played the song. $41 in time if you're patient. I'm kind of just going all over the place where I want to, man. I was just kind of like improv and stuff. Tal Education, which is a Chinese communist scam stock, but technical's not. If we look at it like, we don't have, I'm just saying, like, right, if you look at a blank chart and it's like a test on the TA test, right? It's a TA exam. Is this okay? What about it's okay? The fact that the buyers have flipped a resistance as support with confirmation. The fact that the asset's back above this 200-day moving average. The fact that it's already uptrending with higher highs, higher lows. The fact that it broke a supply line is staying broken out. Higher lows, accumulation. The stage is set for higher prices on this. And if it fails, which it very well could, because we have absolutely no expectations, especially on a Chinese stock, right, that educates new communist children. That's virtually Tal Education. I don't know, man. They got a better education system than ours at this point. I mean, like, literally, yeah. Because the U.S. isn't really even teaching true education anymore. We're falling behind literally everyone. So, sorry, I'm not trying to go on a rant here, but like, if it fails, you take on minimal losses because you have an argument, you have a reason. One would be going long because of what I've just said, all the good things happening, the things that have just occurred, the successful back tests. That's why one would be long. If it falls below the levels of 580, a little lower, your argument is completely invalid. You don't lose much, and you were possibly able to win a huge amount. I mean, targets, 50% upside to the next like real big resistance here. So yeah, I get it. Who cares? It's Tal Education Group, which ranting about it made me think, dang, dude, I might want to be educated by Tal Education Systems than some like Philadelphia, Chicago school system. For sure. Sign me up. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe it's like a bunch of Westerners are like, all right, dude, we can't get good education anymore. So we're just going to Tal University cap up. I'm just kidding. But am I? Hey, G-Dog, thanks so much, man, for the 7 months. Boo-boo doo-doo. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Let's get some Jesus chimes. It's been 2 weeks since we had some ultra interesting Jesus chimes. Thank y'all for re-upping. Cheers. I mean, come on, dude. Velez, you bring in that name. I mean, that's like Voldemort, dude. Of course. Scammer's gonna scam. Yeah, WorldCoin. Yeah, scam. World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab. Evil, bad, dystopic. All of it. Gross. Okay, just... So let's look at Google after hours because of some good earnings. I mean, Microsoft had good earnings too, like relatively speaking, where you're talking about like top to bottom beats. Okay. It's just about, it wasn't good enough.
Back above 7.27.
Oh God, dude. What's up, One Wheeler? We'll look at Geo, the prison stock. Dude, it's not a Geo prison stock. It's not about the technicals, dude. It's about the fundamentals, like about the fact that like Western society's collapsing based on morals, right? Everything is relative. Moral relativism has like won, has like defeated religion and the old way, right? The old system of morals. So now it's like, I could be a guy today. I could be a girl today. I could be this today. I could be that. That moral relativism. How was that bad? Like that person's not doing that. That's not a bad thing. And we say so because it's all relative. So we'll look at Geo. Fundamentally probably good because, I don't know though, because like they're going to let everyone out of prison. Because the prisoners now are the victims. That's what moral relativism is going to get you. So everyone out of prison. All right. So was in the end just maybe flagging. Currently sitting at $130, up 6.47%. And currently at its highest price since April of 2022. And remember, the third target of the trade setup, 143. Been waiting 84 years since the entry in March. Trade setup through rising valleys. Let us finally get the conclusion we've been looking for. There's a long chapter in the book. Microsoft inverse price action after hours. Down, looking really strong, right? I mean, where you think, dang, dude, this is dark. This is about to go. And then earnings, and that probably will still be fine. I remember like Microsoft last week saw its highest levels ever. I mean, today was the second highest candle close ever. No, I'm sorry, the third highest. So it gets a bronze medal today. But, just didn't matter. Pull back. Only people that would be scared or freaked out would be like psycho, FOMO, degen, Wall Street bettors. Only people that be scared about some sort of Microsoft being down 3.6%. Who cares? It was up 1.7% today, so it was even less, really. Yeah, that's true, Brad. That is true. Or people who who reference the Constitution. Do you remember that? They said that too, right, Brad? People who reference the Constitution frequently. On a list. You're on the list now, dude. Absolutely insane. But this is how it all goes. Thank God for the Second Amendment. It'd already be over without that. They're just slow. It's the only way they can do it. Okay, Microsoft Google. Let's look at Snapchat. That, oh man, it's gonna make a recovery, bro. Dude, trust me, I use Snapchat and it's like great, dude. Down 19% after hours. All right, well, like just a range where it maybe is the change. It's the time. It's time to rise. How many FOMOers got just devastated? A lot. This is like such a good lesson. And I know it's earnings. It could have just as easily been gapped up to $16, $18 right now. But I'm just saying, the whole reason why you want to buy low, like Shiba is buying low. It could fail too, and that's fine. But dude, look at that. It's all about like the downside potential. Like when you have a run from $8 to $13.60, right? I mean, 80%, right? An 80% run, and then you're at resistance, and then you're breaking resistance. It just had a 70+% run when you're buying on the breakout. So you're inherently, when you're buying breakouts, it's just goes against the mantra that is just, I would think, a foundational pillar of what's taught here and everywhere else. Real trading, yeah. All the internet. So that's just like the downside. The upside could be minimum if it fails. And the downside could be maximum, could be insane downside potential. Because like below $12, $12.77, downside potential, like 38% downside. Yikes. And it's doing like half of it after hours. Brad, that is insane. It's just like, please God. I mean, I don't know. Can we vote our way out of this? No. The consolidation of, it's like not just you see like late stage capitalism, the consolidation of all these mega corporations, and then I would call it the COVID crash, like created hyper consolidation, where they had already taken market share, companies, 50 years, even 10, 15, 20 years, Moore's Law, with tech. But then, man, with that lockdown in like where, hey, you have to be shut down, and we would consider certain entities, what is it? What was the word they used? It's all newspeak stuff. It was, they were vital companies. They had to stay open. Well, like Amazon, I mean, it's over. Social media companies too, right? Think about TikTok, what happened with that. Communist Chinese company. Created social contagion. And has virtually destroyed an entire generation of Western youth. It's over, dude. Like that. It's already over for them. You can tell. And they're like, they haven't even aged. They're still like really young. And we harped on this when Misting Crypto was on, just talking about poor Zoomers, where like it's not just like that. It's just the fact that how could you start a company, like a real company? Like you're kind of like, World Trade Organization 2001, China joined, and like that was virtually the end for manufacturing jobs and all that in the U.S. It's gone now. So all you got are service jobs in the U.S. And there's just been massive amounts of saturation in those industries too. Lots of consolidation, companies very fast. Hi, I'm 18 years old. I'm 21 years old. How do I start a company? Good luck. I don't know. Many people don't even know like how you can do it now. The barriers of entry are just too high.
Hey Mitch, please take a look at Redfin stock, RDFN. Thank you, sir. White tea looks great on your bot.
Oh. Thank you.
I don't know, sir.
Thank you, dude. We will look at Redfin for sure. Shiba's a position trade. Yeah, dude. What can you do, man? All right. Anyway, so it was Snap. I think Spotify also reported earnings too. Yeah. They were, yeah. So another breakout, dude. It broke out. Spotify broke out. There's just not really barely any resistance to 198. I'm gonna long it after it's gone up. That's what I'm saying, like the breakout buyer. Like it's like up 126%, and now it's breaking out, and it's like, dude, you just don't do that. And look at, you know, this is stair stepping, escalators up, elevator down. You know, so just lowest daily candle close on Spotify since like May, early May. Bad earnings and back below all the key levels. So 135 target, and then below that it's like 111, 112. Dang, man. Yeah. What a party it had been. The run leading up to earnings. That's what you would say. Yeah. Any others? Any other big ones reporting today? I'll tell you this though. Material. Well, I think what you had like the IMF talking about, like they upped like global output. And so things are starting to recover in sentiment. So this whole recession talk starting to just melt away for now. And you could look at like the materials. Which one was it? Materials XLB. Look, it already broke out. Remember? Already broke out and just had its highest daily candle close since June 8th of last year. So I would think like the material sector, pretty important metric for like, you know, how things are going to go. And $89 target probably from here could complete a massive W shape at 886. I think an 886 would be a pretty adequate target here, which is 89.30, which happens to be confluent with the high from May of 2021. I mean, that's your probably your target here. Go test that. Who knows at that point? But yeah, been really good. I mean, you know, down sloping 200 and everything just kind of sideways, and then confirm bottom, and then 200 just starts up sloping again. XLK was also a leader today. Remember, like what happened? It made all-time highs last week, and still above that old all-time high, December of 2021, still there. Imagine if Bitcoin just did what tech was doing. So you can't say Bitcoin's an outperformer or Bitcoin's correlated to stocks or it's tech. Really, it used to be. If it was, you understand, if it was, Bitcoin would be like over $70,000 right now if it just followed XLK. If it like truly was like coupled. It's not. So that's what you got going on right now. All-time high. So it's like the third largest candle close ever today. XLE, man, I'll give it to you like that. I'll give it to them. Adam and Eve. This is an Adam and Eve double bottom ongoing. Yes, you have the V and the U. It's a specimen Adam and Eve. Well, it's not truly the Adam and Eve until you break 87.67, but that's gorgeous. And it was a false bearish breakdown, confirmed, and back above anything back above $78 on a second low. You got to be somewhat optimistic here for more upside. I mean, $91 target, I think. Yeah, rising wedge. And then as soon as the wedge broke, what was the follow through? There was none. You know what the follow through was? Rounding out. Slightly higher low than the previous low. I mean, just barely, but still a 98% retrace, 95% retrace. That's still a higher low. Subtle. So, great news for all those, you know, oil dragons, the bullish oil dragons, and U.S. oil. Something's happened. A breakout today. So it might be just really appropriate to go from XLE to US oil so you can see where we really just, you didn't have anything because like, you know, when I've been looking at US oil, it's been like just down at like $70, just sitting there flat line doing nothing. But something very significant has occurred here where anything above $78, you really want to be paying attention to oil. But But I do think that there's a little bit more, like $82, $83. That level hasn't been cleared in 7-8 months now. So it could just run up and fail again. But yeah, you just got to think cautiously optimistic above $75, $78. Pretty sure the United States government said, well, the Brandon administration said that they would be refilling the strategic petroleum, whatever our reserves, right, at $60. And look, buyers have been front running that price, so it's never gotten to the level. So therefore, the U.S. is just not going to refill our reserves. Kind of par for the course, right? Nothing, good ever. Okay, so maybe it's double bottoming here. The breakout of that double bottom is probably about $83, $84. So just letting you know. And something really cool that, I've had it plotted this way. Don't know if it's going to play out because they fail sometimes. But my God, dude, gasoline futures were like implying a continuation up. But this had been in development for, I think, 200 plus days. Where's my RB? There it is, RB1. This is crazy. It was just like, it was in an uptrend, a crazy uptrend, then the M shape, then the completion of the M shape, then the momentum shift, where you were in an uptrend. The sellers took control of the market in June of 2022, but then buyers have reassumed control of this asset again with the higher lows getting put in, and then even more higher lows, then levels that were resistances became supports, getting back above the 200-day moving average, and now that 200-day moving average starting to upslope again, trying to, that's some really good stuff. Terrible for a Westerner that wants to buy gasoline because this is your national average. So 285, and yesterday it was the highest level seen since October 2022. About like 10-month highs on what it cost you at the pump. So imagine this really playing out, like where something so large. Beginning of the development of this was December 2021. Something so massive a pattern could turn out to be the highest high of the whole rally, of the whole uptrend. So you might be seeing 430 gasoline futures prices if this really performs well, because it seems like it's matured completely and the stage is set for way higher prices. I don't know how many, really anything looks like this out there. It's kind of too perfect. Like, wow. But then you had, we have to look at it. I'm sorry. I know you go to sleep looking at like commodities, but here's orange juice. Imagine your eyes glossing over and you just not wanting to hear me talk about commodities when orange juice, you could have just longed orange juice futures and you're retired now. So Jesus chimes for orange juice futures formally achieving today, or formally breaking today, it's massive, major 1.618, where you anchored from the high point October 2016 all the way down to the 2019 low. So, and that's been achieved today. Golden mean ratio. Something spectacular. Someone just didn't get the memo, man. It was like orange coin good, orange coin good, orange juice good. That's the way it went from Bitcoin to orange juice. Will the orange juice chads, multi-billionaire kangs, will they maybe rotate some of their gains into the orange coin again? I hope so, dude, because that's maybe what we need here. We can look at gold and silver, and maybe just move on. We'll get some of these requests, and we had like a couple. Gold had a good day. It engulfed, man. Truly engulfed. Back above 1963. Anything above that's great for $2,000 plus. So And the target of the wedge, just the small wedge, was like 2015, 2014. Attempting a rally still. Type 1 return of the shark. Type 2 could be coming. But what we want to see on gold is a break eventually of all-time highs. This is just like a mega range. You've been confined in 3 years, man. 3-year range. A lot of people I know think that this is like Wyckoff distribution going on too. And fundamentally, you think, how in the world could it be over for gold, you know? Like we're in late stage currency domination, like where it's done soon. I mean, I don't know how long it could, again, relatively speaking, could like take, it could be another, we might not even be alive when the US dollar truly loses its complete hegemony, right? Domination on the world. But we're witnessing it. We're seeing things are getting insane. People can't like really, if you work hard and you do the right things, you can't do that anymore because inflation's gotten so high. Wages and salaries are stagnant, completely stagnant. So it's like this dream of like going out and, all right, man, I see people hustling, you know, in New York and Times Square, and they're like taking pictures and trying to get paid for it. And it's like, I get it, man. I respect that. But it's like, I don't think they can even, like, you know, they're making this money. But it's like 3 years ago, it might have been like, okay, you're getting kind of ahead or you're keeping up. Now it's like you're just doing that to just be able to eat. That's how bad inflation's, the real inflation, not the made up Rudy Poo bullcrap, manipulated numbers the government and the Fed throw at us. I'm talking about real inflation for anyone that consumes things. Everything's up and will never go down ever. And I think real estate prices, right? Like today, like almost all-time highs again. Average cost per home and stuff. Like it's crazy. I should tell you. You could have just owned orange juice futures and you would never have a problem. But that's the issue, okay? Like you just think about, yeah, I think a lot of us in here are fine. Right? A lot of us are okay because we care about the markets. We understand we're cognizant. We're very aware of these. We've been aware of the money printer, right? Remember like looking during the COVID crash, like looking at the Weimar Republic chart, hyperinflation, all that. Yeah, we were looking at it because that's how much money we were about to spend. And then it's like cause and effect years later. Wow. But to sell a property that it doubled, you know, bought it and it's like doubled virtually in price. People are like, yeah, putting in bids around the 100% mark. So, don't know. But what I mean is like half the population, the U.S. population, or like 49% or whatever, does not participate in the stock market. Half the U.S. population does not pay taxes. So those are the people that are, and those are normally the people that vote in for, hey, you know, redistribution of wealth. It's too bad. So okay, it's only going to get worse for those people. Because this thing's accelerating. The acceleration of inflation and cost of living. You can see the acceleration. And they're not going to slow down on the money spending, money printing and spending. Like, that's what's obscene to me. That's when you just like, that's why I thought equity is why they exploded higher after that debt ceiling meeting. Because no one saw that coming. Where, oh yeah, just unlimited spending bill. Or ceiling, whatever. No ceiling. Taken off. No cap. So that's what you think, like gold. And how could it, fundamentally, how could it be going lower? How could it be reversing? God, that's crazy. But, you know, no expectations. Silver engulfed yesterday. Whatever. First target of the trade setup's $26. You're waiting for it, man. That's it. All right, so yeah, we had a couple requests. Let me check my notes here. Oh, I don't even have my total up. Jonathan, be mad, dude. Are y'all here? Is this stream on, dude? I want to like make sure audio level's okay. I don't know. I don't provide content, man. I'm just here to like give you some updates, talk about the charts and education. I know I'm not like content, so it's like, okay. Total's just really not like. Here's your total, dude. I mean, like, your second failed attempt to break the top of the inflection zone, and it's a slightly lower high. So, for the swing trader, position trader, certainly not a buying level. It's just not a level where someone goes long and buys. It doesn't mean that this
Before
asset...
breakout, money would be the last thing people needed.
Thank you, dude. Even if this thing breaks upward and we moon to 1.3, 1.7 trillion soon, I mean, someone, I guess, if they wanted, they could have a stop loss just like 1.1 trillion, I guess, you know. You're playing the fact, maybe a back test of the high from 2021 and the low from 2021, right? January and then June. That's what you'd be playing. You'd be like, okay, the back test has occurred again. I think it would be okay to like wait a little bit and see if we get some price action on this level if you were going to do that. But it's just like, remember the run you had and why are you making a lower high here? This is kind of like maybe the highest risk area you could take for a trade for a long, maybe the lowest for short with a stop loss on a short above 1.2 trillion. I just, again, man, I'm just really not trying to bet against like total. So it's like for the swing trade, I'd be like, okay, I'm moving on. I'm not really interested in this. I'll look for something that's completing a harmonic at an 886, type 2 return, bullish divergence, all happening at a strategic level from like 1987 or something. You know, like I'm looking for something crazy, like, or ENR. ENR is a good one. But yeah, this just, maybe if like total is like breaking this level and regarding it as support, you know, like why, like that's just not happening yet. I would really like to see that. I could feel better about it. But you're just at the top of a range. Okay, sorry. Jonathan, what is your stop loss?
I like turtles.
Thank you, Totals. Thank you, Jonathan. Oops. Yep. I don't even have my stream elements up either. Dang, dude. All right, we do have a new day, though. Give me a sec. And I will play the Jesus Jibes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit a like, one build sub. Whatever. Dude, really hit the sub. Hit it harder than you ever have so we can get 69K. So then I can just retire and never say sub to the channel again. What's going on with this? I might have to re-log in. Bro, what in the... Stream elements down? Yeah, stream elements is like screwed up, dude. What the... 5.5 years, never seen this. Okay, yeah, I have to re-log in. Okay. Look at these requests, man. Oh, wow, they changed things up a little bit. All right. All right. Oh, Bitcoin, new day. What? That's it. Nothing burger. That's not really a great candle. After the dump, I mean, this candle just, for now, just says, okay, the people that sold are not buying back yet. They have not bought back. No one's bought back. Okay, so lowest daily candle close yesterday since June 20th. So 28.8 has technically not been tested. Even though it was so effing close, man. So close. I'm talking, you see it. Though it looks close, like it did. No, it actually didn't if you get pinpoint accurate here. These two levels. So you think that might need to be tested first. And then we'll see what happens at that point. All right. right, and then Ethereum, looking at it real quick, because you know, is this. Nothing burger. I mean, dude, it's dead market right now. I mean, for the most part. Remember, like, the moves that are happening in crypto are on assets that are so illiquid that it doesn't take much to move the price, and a lot of times random, news driven, out of left field. Oh, here it comes. Just not a very good market for the swing trader. But that's okay. It's almost like all the animal spirits that at one time were in crypto are all in equities right now. So can't even be mad about it. It's just, you know, the streamer in me, you know, hey, and people like, you know, a lot of normies get into crypto, and I've used crypto as a gateway drug for years to get people into traditional markets because they didn't even know. That's the rough part, right? And growth, 69K subs. Come on, man. You know, we can't get there when Bitcoin and crypto is dead in terms of price action. Not dead, we're going to zero. Remember, we're talking about there's this massive transition of power unfolding daily, right? Where you've got the old curators of the market, right? The old facilitators of buys and sells for S coins and beanie babies, digital beanie babies. That is changing right now. We're in that transition period, and it's changing over to the big boys that see it, and they're slower, man. They're slow going, right? They didn't realize Activision, Blizzard, or Nvidia. A lot of these stocks were the crap, you know, for years. Like, they were just so behind, but now they see it, and you can tell they've weaponized the government against them, the legacy exchanges. So you got a power grab going on. It just takes time. And in this period, I believe that it's just, dead liquidity. No liquidity, just nothing. So you just got to bide your time and wait. Because the craziness will be back. Just not yet. Summertime too. Some Charizard. 8 Porgan Mage. Okay, so what was the first request?
Thoughts on INJ on weekly, daily?
So weird. Ew.
Moderna mRNA please. Looking at falling wedge since December and breakout. Maybe hidden bullish divergence on daily since March. Thanks, Chief.
They have changed it to where it doesn't say the amount. Look what they've done, man. Like, what? Of course. Let's leave it to, hey, we're not going to change anything for 5.5 years. But we finally changed it. And now we've made it real cute where you can see that someone super chatted and it's not a tip or it's a super. And you don't see the contribution amount. Can't see it. They're geniuses, man. It's like these people obviously don't live stream. Okay, so let's see here. I don't even know. Everything's screwed up now. My music's not too. Come on, man. That's really, really weird. So we're going to look at Jupiter on Coinbase. All right. It's just like, I don't need much information. You know, like the name of the person, what they said, and then the amount. It's like, that's not crazy. That's like completely normal. Wow. All right, here it is. This is what our friend wanted, Mr. Caleb Shockley. He says, "Hey man, this joke is this pump and dump. is down at basement levels, lowest price since March. Wow. So you're asking me, and to me, it's like I wouldn't take action on it ever. You could wait and get 4/4 of 1 cent. You could wait till it gets there to be the lowest risk, easiest area to strategize a stop loss, which means it would have to lose another, doesn't look like it, but it'd have to lose another 15-16% before it gets there. But yeah, there are these other levels where you could, let's theory craft, maybe it holds there. Okay, then you have a stop loss marginally below that level where it's caught no bids really, it's just sitting there. And then what happens if it falls below that level? You get stopped out because there's like 5 people trading. This volume, the volume on Coinbase, 102 it says, 102. I don't even know what that means. It means what? Remember, you're looking for like millions of volume. Currently says 102. For me, what I do in this situation, I just hit the space bar. I just move on. So yeah, it's in the basement, sure, but it could go down 15% more and be even more in the basement and probably the best area that you might want to take along. If you were going to do it, 102 geniuses. Yeah, dude. What's up, picture me rolling? Thanks for watching, man. Really appreciate that, dude. I do. Appreciate anyone watching, man, the stream. We've been doing this a long time. Sail off into the sunset. That's no fun though, dude. I'm already in the sunset, It's just more fun hanging out with people in the sunset than alone, so. Yeah, dude, dude, I mean, really, if you think about Geo here, it's a very interesting chart, yeah. So this 734 level, look at this. All right, it's this high from 2005, it's the low from 2009. Very, very real level. And so, yeah, after this massive drawdown, still making higher lows than the previous lows. And yeah, maybe trying to one time no one knows, second time everyone knows. You got an engulfing candle on, yesterday, I guess, and today some follow through off that. 734, massive upside potential above that level. We know that from history. Very seldom does the price just go above that level and not do anything. I mean, minimum $9.30, $10, $11, almost always. So if this truly is, and there's all this crazy divergence on the RSI, it's beautiful RSI divergence. It really is. I would think it's something to put on the watch list to look at again, because you're just talking about maybe it is being confirmed right now that there's just too much demand and there's just not enough selling pressure. So the sellers are like, we broke the price, man. It's your typical loser failed breakdown. Not once, but twice. Yeah, it's actually not bad. And if you get a little bit above, look, at this point, and I know it could fail, but like, you're just like, I want to trade the engulfing. Hey, you might want to wait 2 more pennies for it to break above it. But if you're just right now, I mean, you think, oh, okay, I could strategize just by these 2 local lows that have been put in. It's just like targeting, easy target, right? Look, the first one will be August 2022 high, October 2022 high, the May of 2023 high. That'd be your in the 200-day simple moving average. Easiest target ever. 4.7 to 1 reward risk. Sure, you could strategize that way if you want. Yeah. You're risking a little bit to win a lot. And it all makes sense if buyers can just get the price back above this one last level that cannot be denied or argued with. It really is actually above the 2005 high. It is above that. It's just below the 2009 low. So it's just in this little zone here. So it could be the lowest risk area kind of ever, like right there. That's kind of perfect. So it's a good request, really good request from One Wheeler. Okay, wow, chat, y'all are as active and lively as ever. Great stuff. One wheeler. Clearly this man's invested in himself, so it seems. Redfin, next one. Well, just immediately looking at it, they're just, I mean, you know, yeah, sure, momentum shifted at all-time lows, yeah. Back above 1360. Oh, yeah. So here it is. Redfin. What a run, you know, but it's kind of just reminds me a little bit of like, what was it we were looking at earlier? Snapchat. Yeah, they broke out, but the run's been, it's so extended. I mean, it's been nonstop since November. Nonstop. Redfin. Oh yeah, you had a little consolidation, some nice consolidation. Local double bottom right there. March and May. So it's not like you're not like longing some sort of awesome structure above a key level. You're not doing that. You're buying really high, but it's still above the key level of 1360. And the target after that would be 1943. So something that looks like okay, and you can see like, all right, we're using our imagination here. I was like regularly looking at Redfin. Someone could be like, dude, was this what was going on? Maybe, yeah. I mean, like the buyers kind of reconsumed control of the asset on this second low at the 200. I think the neckline was too bad, but like, yeah, you could look at it like that. And above 1360, 1943. Above 1943, probably like 25 bucks. A lot of different highs. Below 1360, 1020. Can't really sign off on this as like, hey man, great to go long right now. Not really, even though it's above 1360. You just had a really good run. Okay, Redfin. INJ, an S coin, highly coveted S coin. This one, I believe, has googly eyes on it. Right, INJ has googly eyes because that was like what made it so popular. Oh, also their team said that they were going to change the world, and then they have good hearts, and like they really tried and all that. You know, all those things. That's INJ. Like, okay, well, back below 836. So when you're below that level, after the context here is like, you're confirming. You attempted the rally to confirm that the top's in. That's the way it looks to me. You're in an uptrend. My God, no one's saying you're not. And as long as a higher low gets put in, then $5.57, just another form of accumulation, and you pivot and you run again. But for now, after what a spectacular run, almost like a bearish shark pattern, like a big old bearish shark pattern completed. 886, like typical. Like this is like how these things reverse. So this is like a type 1 return too, so we can come back again, locally. But when you look and you had such an extreme classic bearish divergence after that, as that pattern completion zone was being achieved, right? The high on price, and then the higher high on price with lower levels, positive momentum, implying a reversal at the 886 after the completion of a W. Seeing that, it's like Leo DiCaprio pointing at the TV. I've seen this episode before. But yeah, I mean, the sell-off could be mild. It could be, again, a 50% retrace. It could be a bullish 5-0. Just for now, nothing to do but look at it. It's below the key levels. I mean, target could be 522 from here. Yeah, all right. They have good hearts. It's all good, dude. I prefer my Beanie Baby have the power of flight. Totally a good one. All right, Moderna. That random duder.
Could you take a look at new Relic or Octa? Also shout out to Jonathan. Love them turtles.
Do you? I saw turtles. I went to Central Park this weekend in New York. Beautiful. And I saw many turtles on rocks, and I thought about Jonathan too as I looked upon the nature and the skyline.
I like turtles.
The turtles, man, represent nature, and they represent really good things. Really, really good things.
Is that a joint?
Let's go to Moderna. Yeah, it's one that like had a pretty decent setup, but failure to launch. It could still play out. The verdict's still out on it, but I mean, everything was there. Like the divergence, at the key support from history, but no demand. Like Square, same setup. Almost at the first target of that trade setup. You do the same thing. It's like this one fails. This is why proper position sizing and having no expectations is so important. Just because a great setup develops doesn't mean it will play out. So, but it's not over yet. It's not dead yet. It's just like you're at the entry-ish area. Below 118.50, it's over. You're done. You're like you cut your losses quick. And you move on your day while this one eventually sees $103. Yeah. Continues to. I mean, this is like a right angle descending running formation, massive. It's like bearish continuation. So, if like say the trade was to succeed and wasn't to get truly like stopped below this level for real, and buyers were unable, if they were able to defend this, keep it going, and like the bids come in, upside's crazy. Like you have a target here, you know the target so easily would be the top of the range, 46 to 50% upside. Just no bids. It's like Shiba. No one's buying it. Even though it's at a great entry area, you can understand why. The buyers do have to come in, and they don't always come in. So that's where you are on Moderna. Kind of reminds me of Disney. It's like, you know, maybe it's set up, just principle. The principle of it, man. Like, ugh, all this long square or something. Okay. All right, let's go to, you want New Relic or OKTA? I get a pick? Nice, man. Oh my goodness. Maybe, oh my goodness, I don't know. Okay. Let's go to this one. I don't know. Not particularly amazing. I mean, really not great at all. It's like below this peak from 2018. These levels. Yeah, the whole chart's a freaking M shape. I get it. It reacted. Now get a type 2 later. Let's go over a type 2 return at $43. To me, if you're below the level where there's clearly been some sort of support resistance from history, if you're below it, you can't really go long on it. You can't really like, right? Like what happened was it like broke the level, then gapped down on bad earnings, and then formally back tested what was always once the support resistance. It's now resistance again. But yeah, it could be like, oh, it's one low, the second low. It's like a confirmation low. But unfortunately, on this chart, the context is pretty bad, right? Normally, you want like a low, then a second low to be getting put in like this. But like it's like at a key level, but it's not. It's below that level. We already looked at it. So you might want to wait to see if the buyers can get that price back to or above that level. Because for now, it could just be like this massive shark in development, like a bearish dragon pattern, you know, where you got, here's your dragon, like a bearish dragon pattern. And this is the, you know, right here is the demand line that you already broke the demand line, so it could end up turning into an 886 later. You want to talk about being someone who would go long on something, you would want the asset to look like this, preferably. You're so close to that bad action magnet move, you know, where the high probability outcome, if that level breaks $67, your gap's going to fill from 2022. And then the 886 down there. What's up, Cockatoo? Thanks, man. Yeah, not really enough things intrigue me. Again, this wick low, okay. Yeah, let's let the controversy continue. I don't know, just based on like history, like and research and stuff, like normally it's not like the best thing to do ever to like go long on an asset that has like created this potential wave structure. Like where, oh, this is going to hold and it's just going to keep going. Normally it's like, it's confirmed top and another drawdown, another wave down after. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying like, all we're doing here is looking for the most impeccable setups for low risk, high reward opportunity longs or shorts. That's it. And we know 99% of the time on any given chart, that's not going to be there. So it takes rigorous scanning every day, looking. Well, first off, you got to spend however long it takes to invest in yourself to learn this stuff, right? To be able to identify that by yourself. That's like the hardest part. The easier part is like after all those months, years of investing yourself. The fun part is like finding them.
Teledoc, also at a tight stop spot with growing daily RSI. Some good revenue on earnings today. Let's hope Powell doesn't F it all up.
It's coming, man. I mean, the craziness is coming, dude. Isn't it tomorrow? Yeah. One Wheeler, thank you for the 20. Continuing the super chats. T-Dot, yeah, Kathy Woods Corporation Capo. Well, it's Inner Arc, right? And it looks like it, right? Yep, terrible. My God, this is garbage. Garbage. Not many charts are really looking like this right now, which is crazy, man. Like just every time price action occurs, the argument just gets stronger for lower prices, right? Oh, guess what's been confirmed from June to July? Less market participants that own this asset than that owned it in April, that owned it in February and November, and so on and so forth. Really bad. Closed at its lows today, lowest daily candle close since July 7th, but it's just really like, look where you are. Not even Chainlink was this bad, you know. I mean, you're just getting to this point where $20, $21, then that's it. You know, below that, $15 maybe. Look at the 200-day moving average, just down sloping. Price rejecting it. Just awful. That's T-Dog, and Kathy Woods loves this. Can't remember if this was the #1 weighted asset in Kathy Woods' fund. Let me try to confirm that. I might be wrong. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you. All right. Let's see. Does it show it here? Oh, no. Tesla, Coin, Roku, Zoom, Square, Pat. Okay, it's not much. Not much. Never mind. It used to be. Did she just drop it all? Maybe. Tesla Coin, Roku, Zoom, Square, Path, Exos, DraftKings, Unity. I mean, like the ARC chart. All those stocks I just named off are looking really good. Like Wyckoff accumulation and stuff. So she's just really good at selling low and buying high. So. Yeah, Teledoc. I'm sorry. That just look, man. Yeah, you're at a level where it could just rally, it could just moon, it could go insane. You have to just keep asking the question. If I have a finite amount of money, why would I put it in Teledoc over the many other assets that exist out there that are giving us everything we could ever dream of, right? For a technical argument for upside. Greater than CoinSlip's chance of
Up
upside.
6% after hours.
It's up. Okay. Earnings. Yeah. So earnings. What is earnings? Inherently coin flip. Right? So it's up 6%. So tomorrow it'll just, if it opens that way, it'll be sitting at $24. Does that reverse the trend? Does that make it have a higher high than the previous highs? No, it does nothing. So, you know, just like man, that's just gambling. The thing we try to do here is like, yeah, we understand it's a gamble, but man, we can identify things that can help us have an edge on the casino versus just playing the casino 50% chance. Okay. Thank you, dude. What if you don't have finite? What if you have infinite? Oh, dude, long it all then, man. Let's just do it. Great question, Fedcoin. Great question. Like, because you do have infinite. Money printer go burr on everything. Jerome. Dollar daily. Let's go. Yeah, I'll wrap it up with this. This is the last. It's the dollar. Hey, getting back, man. Buyers defending $100. We're gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, $100 is a huge level. So a false bearish breakdown has occurred in the past week. Yes. Not sure if it's going to manifest. It could very well just turn into another lower high than the previous highs and you roll over later. Okay. But yeah, we're safe again for now. So Bitcoin, there it is, 29,158 and 28,800. Looks very close to being tested, but technically, literally, didn't get tested. So I'd feel a little bit better if we actually get a real test. All right. So thanks for coming out. The road to 69,000 subs on YouTube, and then I can retire from ever saying hit that sub button because I don't care then at that point. We're almost there, man. I mean, like what, 100, less than 100 subs until 69K. That's just ridiculous, man. Like, how could y'all not get that to happen? It's up to y'all, man. I'm, you know, people aren't searching for anything that I do. So on YouTube, they're searching for how to become a famous TikToker doing nothing. So I appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Join the Discord if you can. We've been having problems, man. These like Nigerian scammers found us, man. Our Discord. It was like, dude, the way I look at it, it's almost like Morgoth has finally found Gondolin. Yep, Morgoth found Gondolin, our Gondolin, which was our Discord server. So now, you know what happens next. Okay, so who's going to be Arindel? I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the TA.